The D-pad contains crude language, cringe humor, and suggestive themes. Viewer discretion is advised.
So here's this giant enemy crab.
We're gonna have a TV party tonight. Alright! We're gonna have a TV party, alright!
Yeah, we were just talking.
Yeah, like, I'm curious though, like, when the Hell Rakshasa Street's coming out, because that had like nearly 24, 25 episodes, I think. Yeah, it was 25. I'm just wondering when it's gonna be coming out, because they promised a second season.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we can start off proper now. Welcome to the D-pad. I'm your host, DZ Dog. We're here with...
I'm going to go get headphones.
Oh, okay. Sure, no problem.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, we're here with the original group. We got Logan, Dragonking.
So you can start again.
Oh, okay, alright. I'll cut this part out. Or, I don't know. Welcome to the D-pad. I'm your host, DZ Dog. I'm the leader of the bunch. You know him well. And I'm totally recording, so let's kick some tail.
Yeah.
Mark and Logan, the original trio.
What up?
Doing good. Just, I don't know, I was really tired this morning. I had to wake up early. Go to, like, an eye exam. My freaking day off. Went to sleep in. It's whatever, though.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, dude.
Yeah. A lot better, actually.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm on my mom's laptop, because, they were just going off to my dad's house, and now I'm here, and I'm really tired. I probably should have been asleep a few hours ago.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm watching Better Call Saul here, because I missed, last week's episode. I'm trying to record a podcast and watch Better Call Saul at the same time.
No, it's fine. I'm like chatting with people, so it's cool. We're all just distracted now.
E3 2004, Jade Empire, Halo 2, Doom 3, and Resident Evil 4. Hug your television. It's game time.
So anyway, E3.
Yeah.
E3.
Anyone care? You know, I don't care, but I'm glad that everyone else.
I'll go last. I'll go last.
Okay, you go, Mark, because this will be like watching my children open their Christmas presents. I'm not excited, but I'm glad everyone else is excited.
Okay, E3. Holy crap, did so many things happen. Well, they revealed a lot of things this week. I mean, that week. I'm gonna say, like, well, EA, cringeworthy at best. I mean, they did show off some really good stuff. Mostly, I think it was mostly sports related. I can't remember. And I was like, screw the sports. Show us lots of other stuff. It was a pretty decent one. I mean, what else did they show? I forgot what they were showing.
Wasn't that one like everyone was hyped about?
Yeah, Bethesda was hyped up about it. I wanted to go like in order, but
yeah.
Well, E3. Well, EA. I think they showed. I don't know. I don't think they showed. That was Sony. That showed Detroit Become Human. I really can't think of much of E3. I mean EA, but I think the next one that came was Ubisoft. They killed it, and I can think of 4 words to best describe that: Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dude, that trailer, I'm like, yes, fuck, yes, they actually announced it. I did a bit of research about it, and apparently they scrapped the original concept for Beyond Good and Evil 2. It was the original concept was to be focusing on Jade and Paige, but it was supposed to be focusing on Jade and Paige after the events of Beyond Good and Evil 1, but they eventually scrapped it to focus 15 years earlier with Jade's mom Shawnee and her group of pirates and the resistance group, and I guess like looking for true freedom, as the trailer showed.
Oh, so
And-
it's a prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
Huh.
So a lot of people were happy about it. A lot of people were mixed about it due to the, I guess, amount of profanity. Hang on for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this door. Ugh. Why is it whenever I join a stream or start a stream, the noise just happens? Here it is. Okay, moving on. What they were saying, a lot of people were talking about how the use of profanity in that trailer was a bit crude. They were trying to make it too edgy, but at the same time, most of the fans of the game are older, so a bit more adult rated, I guess. I like the monkey. Noxie, I think his name is.
Nazi.
Noxie.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. I definitely want to see how this will go out.
Yeah, like people were commenting he was like a ghetto Wukong. I'm not even joking. He literally acted like how Wukong would look like if he were in a slum.
Logan, is everything all right?
What? What'd you say? Oh, is my mic on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm sorry. I guess there's background noise from the TV and from me.
Yeah. it's
Sorry
cool.
about that. Go on.
Oh, the dog likes it too. Maybe there'll be some doggos in there. Okay, but yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 2. That was probably one of the games that I was more excited about than really anything else. Outside of maybe the indie scene, had some really good games. Like there was this one game, I can't remember what it was called. Damn it, I posted it on my Twitter too. It was like this fighting game, or it was like kind of an MMO type thing, and you can basically like customize your fighter to like just use all these crazy abilities and moves. And it was like supposed to be like God Hand levels of like customization. Let me see.
What game was this again?
Hold on, I'm scrolling through my giant ass Twitter feed on my posts.
You
damn
know what they should do? They should have announced at E3. They should have out of what I want.
What?
What?
A video game out of Breaking Bad. That's what
You would think with all the
They
Telltale
should-
games.
should have done. All these boots and rehashes.
Honestly,
Yeah, exactly.
Telltale would.
Telltale games could have done something. They could have done something like a prequel, like Better Call Saul, or they could have added in
I mean, honestly, a
little
freaking-
story Jesse or something. There's endless potential. I don't know why they did.
Yeah. Oh, I found it. It's called Absolver.
Absolver.
Maybe a game about
Oh.
Gustavo. Like maybe make a game about Gustavo Fring before he was a drug dealer. You know, there was stuff about stuff about that in the regular show. Now in the prequel, there's all this stuff about him and the old guy. So it's like they just could do so much. Give me my Breaking Bad video game now.
Honestly, Telltale would do pretty dang well with that.
Yeah, they did Game of Thrones. They did Walking
Well, yeah, they
Dead.
did. They did Game of Thrones, Walking
That's the
Dead,
next step.
Borderlands. Oh, going back to EA, they did show off like things for like Need for Speed, Payback, A Way Out. They also revealed Anthem, which Microsoft later revealed, but we'll get to that one. But Star Wars Battlefront 2, that one was actually pretty impressive because they are actually bringing back, I guess, the Galactic Conquest mode. Because, like, we all know the first Battlefront one was bad, but the second one, they're really improving on it. though everyone just stated they should have just added this stuff into the first game instead of just giving us a half-baked potato of Battlefront 1. Though they are at least giving
I thought the Battlefront game was good.
I'll admit some things were pretty okay. Just the levels, the fights, just the card thing. 2, however, they're bringing in a story, and that's bridging 6 and 7. So I'm curious to see how that story is going to go, because a story centering around an Imperial officer, okay, we haven't had a decent story that interesting since Star Wars Republic Commando, and everyone is just wondering, are they ever going to do a sequel to Republic Commando? I really hope so, because we got left off on a cliffhanger there.
Republic
Commando.
Yeah, the one where you play as that squad of 4 clone troopers.
Yeah, it was for the PS2, I think. It was pretty good.
PS2,
Yeah, it
Xbox.
was I played it on the GameCube.
I played it on all 3, just mostly Xbox. But I heard that there's actually a modded. I think there's
I buy it for all 3.
I think rented mostly, but I think that there was a group that was a modding community in the Star Wars group that was trying to make a version of Republic Commando in the Unreal 4 engine. They were doing
What?
it. Yeah, I'm not even joking on that.
That's cool.
But
That is really cool. Do have a soft spot for the way the old graphics used to look. I love the PS2 look so much that it's hard to take PS2 games and have them remastered because they just feel wrong to me. Like, I love the look too much.
Yeah. I hope more games, like indie games, do that. They try to like recreate that style rather than just doing the whole pixel art thing again and again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing it like that seems a bit better.
I know. Yeah, I know there are people who are dedicated to doing low poly models. Like, I need to get my dog there in a second. But like, there's some people like Rebel Pixels, Tommy Oliver, where he's like into doing poly models because he grew up on PS1 and stuff. So you have some people like him who are doing that. Just there are less monetary incentive for people to do it, and there's less people who are dedicated to that style.
Yeah, it just takes a lot of dedication, and that's what I like about the indie industry. It'll always be around no matter, even once all the pomp and circumstance of the AAA gaming kind of wears down. So there'll never really be a gaming crash.
Yeah.
As long as the indie community still remains.
I hope there is.
Yeah.
Why you want to get games on the cheap?
Yeah, and I just want games to go back to just being fun, and not just.
No, I just hate. I want them to just be fun. I want good games again. Why do we have to deal with this season passes, EA not being happy? Put your in EA. Give all your money to From Software.
I guess speaking of From Software, there was, aside from them showing off a bit more of Code Vein and the gameplay for it, I recently checked out a game called Hollow Knight that's inspired by Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that game looks.
Yeah. SY wanted a video on.
Yeah, Wretch Plays is doing a Let's Play of it, and I'm like, when are they ever gonna port that game over to PS4? Because I will get that game, stream it, and it will be amazing. But besides that, going back to E3, I gotta say really that, like, some of the games that going to like the next guys, Microsoft. Some of the games that they showed off were pretty cool, but there's one thing that we really need to discuss: the Xbox One X, formerly Project Scorpio.
Oh.
Why that name?
Xbox One X, it's like trying so hard to be like, I don't know, futuristic. It kind of takes me back to how the 80s would have like ultra, mega, super, that kind of stuff. New titles. Like, it's just so cheesy. I love it though.
I know.
Yeah, I don't like how I think, do you have to pay for mods now? Like, they have mods on there for Fallout and Skyrim, but don't you have to like pay for them?
They are free, but I mean, like, there's that's the whole thing with the Creation Club for Bethesda, and they're trying to make it like some modders are basically like, oh, okay, so some modders who create, if they join the Creation Club, they can get backed by Bethesda to make really good quality mods. And some people are saying it's good. I mean, it seems like a good idea, but what about for those who are poor, just want to play the mods? I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, are we gonna have to pay them? Are we gonna be given? How are we gonna get the money to do it? Like, how? Like, they didn't explain it. They need to explain how are we gonna get cash, the credits for Bethesda to play mods, because I did not play any mods when I was playing Skyrim. I was doing like one playthrough fresh, get the achievements. The other playthrough was gonna add mods, but then I got bored. I get bored of Skyrim. Oh my god. But I think it's also the fact I'm playing it on a PlayStation 4, so we got our mods freaking neutered halfway through, so still a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. But really, I don't understand. I mean, for some modders, I can understand it, but it really is like a mixed bag. Like, we don't know what to think of it now until we get more intel. I will say this. Dishonored Death of the Outsider that was announced, I am really looking forward to playing that. If it's going to tie into the novel for Dishonored, The Corroded Man, I'm going to be interested to see how it works. I mean, if they're going to tie it with the novel, because they introduced the character Wyman, who's from the novel. And we'll reference them. I'm kind of curious about it. I want to actually find it now and read it. But I think there's also another game that there was another game they revealed. Not Shadow of the Colossus. Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus.
Oh, yeah, that one looks really good. And also really controversial, which is even better. It's going to get so many people angry. Dude,
America run by Nazis. I think that's hitting a bit too close to home, considering what is going on right now.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they're going for.
I'm just going to say it, as long as I still get to kick more Nazi butt as BJ Blazkowicz, either in power armor or in a wheelchair, I'm good. I'm just gonna enjoy it. I enjoyed the first one.
Yeah.
Second one's gonna even be more fun. Freaking Nazi and KKK working together.
Oh my gosh.
God. I'm so sorry. I do not condone their actions.
Yeah, we know. Isn't there like a black Nazi or KKK member in that game?
Is there?
I don't know. I heard on Twitter it was probably just a joke or like some.
I think it's a joke.
Yeah.
But honestly, just seeing, like, I mean, honestly, America captured by set in a world where the Nazis won World War II. I hope it's gonna be a lot better than what happened with Homefront: The Revolution. I guess like the difference between Homefront and Wolfenstein is Wolfenstein has more character.
Yeah, that's true. There's also that one dude who's like on LSD and he's singing all those like characters. It's like
Wyatt.
Roger Rabbit. Like, that's gonna be awesome.
Wyatt. Yeah, that was hilarious. I think it was because of that one guy from the first game who was the rock star guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's because I think it's gotta be that. I'm just like, I'm gonna enjoy seeing a sequence where BJ just gets put on LSD and he's fighting Nazis and it just starts warping around and it's like fighting demon Nazis from like something out of Doom, and I'm just wondering what the fuck am I doing right now? But I'm just I'm just gonna stare blankly in awe while mowing down, and I'm just like, this is the best game ever. I'm pretty sure if they actually do a scene like that, like what they did in Far Cry 3 and 4, like certain scenes where Jason or Ajay gets buzzed out of their mind, like in 4, like when you're blowing up a drug lab, you kind of like start seeing everything's going all rainbow color, like when you're blasting out of the drug lab, and I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think it still has I think it's still got the same kick as Far Cry 3's level where you're burning a pop field while Skrillex is playing in the background. I don't know if it'll get that level of insanity, but considering what we get from the first Wolfenstein, I'm gonna be interested in this.
Yeah, me too. And I wasn't really that big of a fan of Wolfenstein to begin with, but yeah, it looks cool. Looks like it has more personality than I guess the other one.
Yeah. All right. I think one of the biggest contenders about, speaking of Far Cry 4, Far Cry 5, that's kind of getting a bit controversy considering where it's set.
Oh yeah.
Because 3 we had an island chain. 4 we had a Nepalese country. 5 it's in is it? Let me check. Is it Utah or
I think it's Montana.
It's in Hope County, Montana.
Oh boy.
And basically it's run by a doomsday cult. I'm like, okay, this is hitting really close to home, but I've never lived in Montana. If it were set in Pennsylvania, then I'd be like, oh, this is gonna be good. I wish there would be like more like a game or more games set in Pennsylvania more, because that place has some history. I mean, there's Pittsburgh. There's like mostly mountains and trees where I live, so that'd be fairly interesting to see how they do that.
Mm-hmm.
But Far Cry 5, I'm kind of interested in this.
Yeah, it's I guess they're going for a more local feel with it, rather than something crazy.
I'm kind of curious as to how this is going.
Yeah, it's like an entire town's like taken over by a cult. Like, how's the National Guard or the military not getting involved?
And plus the fact that one of the characters has a plane, and Jim Sterling or Josh Scorcher, when he was talking about, when I was watching his live reaction of it, he's like, okay, one of you has a plane. Why don't you guys just get on the plane, get out to civilization, and tell like the army about this? I think there's a possible reason for it. Like maybe you get shot down. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't leave something like. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have like a mission explaining how trying to fly out's not an option.
Yeah, probably. Hijack the airports. I don't know. Well, it's like a small town, so there's probably not like any airports or anything like that. And
but
Logan?
Honestly, I'm interested in this.
Yeah, me too. Let's see.
Oh god, there was actually a petition on change.org by individuals objecting to what they called the portrayal of American Christians as villains, and calls for the game's antagonists to be recast as Muslim other than non-white villains, or changing the game's setting to Canada.
But they're not like Christians. They're like
they are Christians. They're freaking crazy people.
Yeah. Oh, insert joke. Logan was here. He'd insert some joke like, "Oh, aren't they all crazy?" Logan, you there? You dead? I think he's dead. Okay. Well, yeah.
Bioshock Infinite kind of got the same criticism from what it portrayed.
Oh yeah. Columbia.
Columbia.
Yeah.
What the hell? I mean, I liked the game. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was okay.
Elizabeth was a great character.
Yeah, she was.
She was
Not
like the
really. Elizabeth was not very good. She's pretty. All of the characters in that game were pretty bad. But it was fun. But I hated the setting and I hated the characters.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she was a great like support character. Like she actually helped you in the game.
Yeah, I guess in that aspect she was alright. But
And like the AI was
character-wise,
amazing.
she was like,
Yeah, but as a not just a template freaking likable daughter character, what is she in the story? Nothing. All the characters are so bad.
One more. Oh yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh yeah, that one looks fun.
It's set in Egypt. I'm like, first, yes, it's set
Ooh.
in Egypt.
I'm
Egypt's
excited.
one of my favorite. Egypt is one of my favorite, I guess, mythology. Egyptian mythology is my favorite to discuss because there is some rich mythos there.
Yeah.
I mean, like the whole concept of Ra being the sun deity and a bunch of other deities. I mean, I played Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy, which is loosely based off of Egyptian mythologies and stuff, and I had a blast playing it. So, setting Assassin's Creed Origins in that time period with Bayek.
Yeah, that is a really good game.
Oh, Sphinx or Assassin's Creed? Logan?
Hello?
Sphinx, but they're both great.
Okay, I thought I was the only one that played Sphinx. I played it on all three consoles,
Sphinx is
yeah. Shame we might never
Like-
get a sequel.
Huh?
I mean, if we can get a port for it, that'd be amazing. I hope. But anyway, like its origins being set to how and showing how the Brotherhood of Assassins was founded. I really want to see where this is going because this is the earliest time period, and I think they're doing away with the modern day time section.
Aw, no more Adam Sandler looking Desmond. Damn.
Well, Desmond's kind of dead, and honestly, Syndicate's.
Oh, he
modern day-
died?
How are you? He's been dead since 3.
I actually haven't really.
Cessla?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
gosh.
He did die. I barely remember 3. Actually, I didn't really like 3 that much.
Well, 3. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. He dies at the end to save.
No,
all
I
of-
know I played it, but I just don't remember it all that well. But now
I
that
thought
you
it was
mention it,
fun.
I was
Like,
like,
I
oh,
liked-
he's dead.
I like Connor, but Origins. I mean, like with Syndicate, with what they did, it was mostly focusing on the Fry twins, but there was like cutscenes involving the modern day times, which, okay, I can see that actually being like a smart move because the modern day sections with starting with Black Flag and Rogue,
Yeah.
I thought they were okay. We never found out what happened to that guy though, so we don't know if he's dead or he joined the Templars. It would be interesting to see him join the Templars, or at least die, be dead. But we don't know. But with the modern day if they do a modern day for Origins, I wouldn't mind if they do the cutscenes again, because we need to know what happened, or do what they did with Revelations, and like do with what they did with Revelations, have like the whole dialogue in the background explain what from Sean and Rebecca and stuff, like what's happening, or just have like cutscenes for modern day. I'll be okay with that if it just does that with the modern day, because I'm gonna admit this. Sorry.
That's fine.
Syndicate is probably one of my favorite Assassin's Creed because it harkens back to the old days. Like it was just you, the city of London. Modern day was mostly restricted to cutscenes and stuff, but it was fun compared to what happened with Unity. But so I like the setting of Egypt, and I hope we get to see like some famous Egyptian people in there.
Oh yeah.
And the whole loot system, I feel that, like, a lot of people are saying that why are they adding loot systems into an Assassin's Creed game where you could just, upgrade your weapons and stuff, but I figure that loots is pretty good. I mean, if they don't, I mean, it's like, compared to like what they do with Anthem, like Microsoft's answer to Destiny, in my opinion. But Origins, I'm gonna be honest. I'm really gonna be gonna check it out. The only problem I got is the whole collector's standard edition, the whole edition things. Like the whole, collector's edition and the whole like the freaking like all the various collector's editions you can get. Like one of them costs $800, and as Jim Sturley pointed out, it doesn't even like $800. It better include an eagle, like a real life eagle. I'm like, if that included a freaking eagle with a buying a collector's edition, I would immediately just be like, sold. I want the eagle.
PETA is gonna be all over that.
Or as Gabriel Iglesias pointed out in that one joke, you kidding? If I had an eagle, I'd just be lazier than ever. Eagle, grab me the remote. Eee! Or it's like my friend, or like what happened with my friend Mati? We'll probably go clubbing with the eagle. The one in red. Eee! I'm not even joking. Like, look up that video. It's when he went to Saudi Arabia. It's like the extended version of it. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, but Origins looks good.
Oh yeah, it looks amazing.
What if we find out that in the future version of his descendant is Adam Sessler? He's half black.
Oh god, that would be freaking amazing. I'm pretty sure they might have a descendant in mind who might play a bit of a role with the assassins.
Huh.
Maybe. It would be cool though. Have like him be like the next Desmond Miles when Juno ultimately decides to basically just screw over Abstergo, take over it, and kick Exter to start taking over the world. Because we all know what's gonna happen. We all know Juno's gonna take over, and it's gonna be crazy. I want to see it happen.
Yeah. So, anything else for E3?
Sony's press conference.
Oh, Sony.
So many games. When they first opened up with that music number, I'm like, is this for Prince of Persia? Please let it be for Prince of Persia. And then it reveals just for Uncharted Lost Legacy. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, my hopes just got dashed, but okay, Uncharted. I was hoping for Prince of Persia, if it's at the very least a sequel to the 2008 version that continues the story, because I want to know what happens. I want to know if that prince wins, because he kind of fucked up the world.
I actually didn't play the last few ones. I've only played
The last one that was out was, I think, the one for, I think it was a sort of remake of the first three Princes of Persia, just reskinned with the Sands of Time Prince. And there was also the DS one with the 2008 Prince that I remember. I'm like, what? How? Never mind. God of War, that trailer was nuts.
Yeah, that looked really good.
The freaking Midgard serpent that showed up at the end, I'm like, okay, considering Midgard Somer wants to destroy the world and he's asking Kratos to help, I'm like, who better to ask than the guy who slew the Olympian gods? And you even see that one brief shot of the Greek vase, you see Kratos on it. So I'm wondering, does that mean, is this like an ancestor or a descendant for Kratos, or did he just like does he like not have his memory, or did he just somehow travel all the way over to wherever the Vikings live and just live there?
Well, isn't the whole Vikings and the Vandals and all those other groups, weren't they like after the Greeks?
I think they were. I'm pretty sure they were.
Maybe after the civilization fell, maybe he just left. because he killed all the gods, and all the Greeks and Romans were basically losing their civilization. It was dying, so he was like, "I'm getting out of here." Whatever.
He gave hope to mankind, and then and you see that
peaced
blood
out.
trail.
Left his people to die.
I'm kind of curious. I kind of hope that the kid doesn't become the next Kratos. Like probably at the end,
Oh.
Kratos dies and the kid just takes up his mantle. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I was getting a feeling of that. Like, oh no, either that or the kid's gonna die.
Oh no, if that's the case, then they're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Detroit Become Human was a fairly interesting game.
The what?
Detroit Become Human, the one with the androids.
Oh yeah.
It was made by David Cage, right?
Oh, I think it was. Oh no.
I'm gonna say this. I mean, like, I've seen the Super Best Friends play his games, like Omnicron, and they really ripped on him for that. And Beyond Two Souls.
Oh yeah. That one
I really
was
hope
decent.
they do. I hope that Detroit's good though. That looks very beautiful. I mean, I might try doing a pacifistic Marcus or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn: The Frozen Wilds, that expansion. Okay, cool. I want to try out that game. But I think the biggest ones that were there were Shadow of the Colossus being one.
Oh, I wish Logan was here to argue that point.
Logan!
Come on, Logan.
Argue what point?
Yes. Shadow of the
I'll
Colossus.
argue the point in a second. I'll argue it at commercial.
Okay. Oh, great. Well, we'll just put that on the back burner.
All right.
I'll talk about something else.
Oh right, I forgot to mention Ori and the Will of Wisps, the sequel to Ori 2, basically.
Huh.
Yeah, that trailer I showed you. I think I showed you guys.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, like that game. Why is it not on PlayStation? Come on. I think we all want that game on PlayStation already. I mean, come on, that game is just begging for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, besides that, there's some VR games like The Impatient, Star Child, Bravo Team, Moss. Moss looks adorable. Spider-Man? The new Spider-Man?
Oh, that looks awesome.
Yeah, like at the end, like that kid at the end, that was actually Miles Morales. And I'm kind of curious to see how that's gonna go. Like, is this the one where he dies and Miles has to take up to becoming the new Batman?
Batman? He just
not Batman, Spider-Man.
He just switches over to DC. It's like, screw this.
I did not mean to do that.
No,
I meant
that's
to say
funny.
Spider-Man. Monster Hunter World. Honestly, that looked amazing. I did not know it was Monster Hunter World, but I was like, when I saw that T-Rex just open up that muzzle thing on its forehead, I'm like, wait a minute. Then I saw the Rathian, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, it looked really awesome. The different, like, new components you have, like the camouflage thing.
And you can use the environment to your advantage.
Yeah.
I wonder, though, is Monster Hunter World going to be, like, single only, or is it going to have, like, a multiplayer component like the first one? I'm kind of curious. And, well, there's Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and everyone's already talking about that.
Yeah.
Like, they're talking about, like, the designs and stuff and the whole, leaked character roster. Like, they're not including certain characters from the past game into this. They're focusing a lot more heavily on Marvel this time around. I'm like, I don't give a crap about Marvel. We all know who these guys all are. I mean, some are thinking they're pandering to the movies and stuff. And they're taking like some very iconic characters and adding like a few new ones. I'm like, okay, Dante, cool. Morgan, cool. Dimitri, are they adding Dimitri?
Oh.
I don't know if they're adding Dimitri. Mega Man? Okay, that's Mega Man Zero, Ultron Sigma as DLC. I'm like, nah. That
Seriously?
really soured a lot of Mega Man
Aw,
fans.
come on. And
I
they're
knew you
probably
were
on
gonna
the
be
disc,
pissed.
too.
if they're doing it on disc, I'm gonna be like, I'm out. I never played the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. I want to try it out though. Call of Duty World War II. They showed off a new trailer for. I'm like, okay, this is going to be very interesting because World War II COD. Been a while since we had that. Same, it's not gonna involve some of the characters from like the old World War II games, but new group. Let's hope the story is actually engaging.
Yeah.
Press X to pay respects. That meme will never die.
Yeah.
Destiny 2. They revealed. Huh?
Logan, you like Destiny?
What? What about Destiny?
I was about to talk about Destiny 2. Honestly, my friends and I were like this when it was first announced. Let's see what it looks like, and then we'll make our judgment, because we were all hesitant about getting it. After seeing the whole reveal, we were all like, we're getting this game. I'm actually going to pre-order it once I get Crash Bandicoot Remaster. So, honestly, after seeing... There's like so many stuff going on about the whole lore and stuff about Destiny 2. Like, they're getting rid of the Grimoire cards, and some characters aren't going to get their full conclusion, and people are taking to it not too well. So I'm like, oh boy. I mean, they're not really going to focus on the darkness from as they did so heavily in Destiny 1. They're going to focus more on the light and what it means to the Guardians and stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm really curious because we're going to focus on the light. They've compared Destiny 1 to issue 0 of a comic book series. Establish the lore and stuff, and I can see that. So Destiny 2 is going to be like an issue 1.
Oh, you want to go back to Shadow of the Colossus?
Shadow of the Colossus?
HD remake?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, Shadow of the Colossus, I think, even with the graphical upgrade, it looked good enough to where it didn't need to be remastered. Like, they should work on something else, Sure, the visuals look a little bit prettier, but the old game looked beautiful, and I can just play that, There's Shadow of the Colossus HD collection for people who want to play it on something that's not a CRT. There's an HD collection of it already. Why does there need to be a remaster?
I think to take advantage of the PS4 and the PS4 Pro. I mean, my friend Cody and I were
taking advantage of is people's nostalgia for money.
I can understand that. I mean, they're doing that for Crash, but the guys making the Crash remake are all fans of it, and they're taking their time. They're lovingly crafting that baby.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with the Crash remake because I think it could, it could introduce new generations to the game, and it's, I guess it's fine.
And potentially
it doesn't really bother me.
And potentially, if the Crash remake does well, there's like rumors are going around that perhaps we might get a Spyro remake. I will definitely get both if I can.
Yeah, I don't care about the Spyro remake, but I don't know. Maybe it's not like it affects me either way. And complaining about it seems sort of needless because it's gonna happen anyway. I just don't like remasters. I just want new games.
Well, if you want new games, Nintendo might have something up your alley.
Rabbids?
Besides Mario and Rabbids.
Oh, what did they do?
Well, they revealed more gameplay trailer for Fire Emblem Warriors, Super Mario Odyssey, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Along with new entries for Yoshi and Kirby.
Yes.
But I think the biggest one's gotta be Metroid Prime 4.
Definitely.
I saw Josh Scorcher's reaction to it, and everyone else's reaction. They were freaking the fuck out. Like they were like, "Oh my god!" Even I was like, "Oh my god, they actually made it." I'm definitely gonna watch some a 100% Let's Play of that on YouTube. I mean, like, this is prime. The last time we saw it, there was that teaser at the end. If you got 100% with that ship chasing after Samus, and people are saying that that might be Silax's ship because Silax is a character that was introduced in Hunters, and he has it out for the Federation, and I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be. If this is Silax, I'm gonna be very interested to see how this is gonna go.
Logan, mute your mic. We're gonna get us copyright stroke.
Huh?
I had a
What?
stroke. You can't have that music playing. You're gonna get us a copyright strike.
I didn't even know my mic was on.
But there's also the fact that they are actually there. I mean, I know this might sound like a bit of a this might annoy you, Logan, but they're releasing Metroid Samus Returns, which is a remake of Metroid 2 for the Nintendo 3DS. And
it doesn't really bother me. No, because like Metroid 2 is such an old game, you know. It was on a Game Boy. Of course that needs remade. You know, it's gray. It's gray colors. It's all washed out. Let's get a new version of that for the new generation to revamp the whole thing.
Okay,
I want it to be introduced to new people.
Okay, then what about the enhanced port of Super Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga for the 3DS? Honestly,
for the 3, I mean, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like Superstar Saga.
It's a bit too new, but I guess.
Superstar Saga
I mean,
was
if
released...
people don't want to play it on a handheld, want to play it on a console, that's fine.
Superstar Saga was released in 2003, November 17th, man. This thing was released years ago.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about a 3DS game.
Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga is being remade for the 3DS, and
yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, okay, I will admit, I know some people might call out about the whole remakes being annoying, but games that old, like freaking Metroid 2, if they're that old that need to be remade, I can be like, okay, I'm okay with that. Certain games are classics. I mean, like, you can have like a billion different things for Tetris, and everyone will still keep playing it. I mean, Superstar Saga was like the first game I played with that, and I'm like, I loved it. I loved it so much. I mean, if we're talking remakes, then there's also Yakuza Kiwami, which is a remake of the original Yakuza from the PS2 onto the PS4.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna admit this now. With Zero being the prequel and remaking the first game, I can actually agree that will really interest the people in the series. Like, Zero introduces some of the characters that you'll get to see later on, and Kiwami is basically the first one. They're adding a few new things to it, like the Majima system, where you can basically be attacked by one of the big characters of the game, Goro Majima. Like, you can basically be attacked anywhere, and he will find you. And he's really hilarious. He's like really hilarious and crazy, but fun. I love him. Oh yeah, Metro Exodus. That game honestly came out of left field, and I'm like, okay, I want to see where this is going, because I mean, Metro Redux. I mean, the Metro Redux basically was made with the first and the second game, Last Light, in mind. And since RTM's is alive, that means the good ending for Last Light was considered canon. So I'm like, yay! I really want to see where this is gonna go. I want to know what's gonna happen with him. From what I read up, it seems that, considering what happened at D6 and how the Metro has become complacent, even though the surface is, I guess, livable now, our team's just like, screw this, I'm out. He's gonna like, I guess he's gonna explore most of post-apocalyptic Russia.
Hmm.
Oh right, there's also South Park, the new South Park game.
Oh yeah, Fractured Butthole.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. I played the first one; it was fun. Oh yeah, there's Undertale's getting a PS4 Vita port.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Honestly, I might do a let's play of that. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, the hype's kind of dead for Undertale now. I mean, people are still talking about it and making the fan art and all that, but yeah, maybe this will revitalize it. Unfortunately,
maybe. They showed off some more Total War Warhammer 2. I will admit, I am a Total War fan, and I'm really interested in it. Lizard Men, all the way. I want to get the first one though, just to play it. Then there's the whole Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces that were announced. Took the internet by storm.
Oh yeah, the DeviantArt character creator.
The DeviantArt community exploded.
Yeah, it's dead now. It's just a smoking
It
crater
is
where the Sonic fandom is. Just imploded.
Oh, Middle Earth: Shadow of War. That I'm like, yes. Just seeing that orc in the demo gameplay, I'm like, the orcs all have personality now, and I liked him. My black speech is a bit rusty. Actually, I can't understand a lick of it. But from what I'm to guess, I think he just said, "You are going to die horribly."
Yeah, the first game looked okay, but it just didn't have anything that really wowed me. It just looked like your typical hack
The
and
Nemesis
slash.
system was good.
Yeah, that was pretty good, but I don't know. There wasn't anything that really captured me, and I think that'll probably help is to give the orcs more personality, I guess.
Yeah, and you can customize your base and compound stuff to whatever you want to basically make it. Like to put whatever overlord you want, and just see how it's all different. Oh, Bubsy.
Oh no.
Honestly, I never got into Bubsy at all, but this.
Bubsy. Did you guys see that link I sent you to that Tumblr? It's
I think like
Bubsy's like a male to female transgender now for some reason in that community, like the fandom. And there's this whole lore based around it. Like the reason why Bubsy changed his gender was because I guess he transitioned from 2D to 3D. So now I don't know. Now he's transitioning again. I was like, okay.
Honestly, I think those
See,
guys
this is why. This is why we need to make America great again. It's people like this.
Oh God, what the heck?
It's a joke, everyone. Facts, views, and opinions don't match ours. It's a joke. It's a prank
Or is
crew.
it? Or is it?
And then everyone unsubscribed.
Ironic Trumpism.
Yeah.
But with Bubsy being remade, I'm like, okay. I've never played the first one. I might try it, see what it's like. Oh right, there was that other game that Microsoft unveiled. That new IP. What was it called? Super Lucky Tail.
Super Lucky Tail. Let's see.
It's like someone in my someone that I know and on my Discord chat.
Oh.
Yeah. It was like a toned down as a family friendly version of Conquer, basically.
Yeah, I'm getting like Conker's 12 Tales look to it.
Yeah, I can understand. I mean, I can understand it. I mean, this.
Mark.
Yes.
Could you send me a link to your Discord group if that's all right with your friends?
Which one? I'm in a lot of groups,
I don't know.
I mean, if
Oh,
you're
well,
wondering
then
about,
never mind. That's too complicated.
yeah, cause like I got like a few groups. I mean, there's like the ones that there's like the one that with the Cyber Zesty one that has my friends Marquise and Will. Then there's the Collaborators Online Alliance that I recently joined. It's a group of YouTubers who all just talking shop. Be prepared to get spammed with messages though, because they're really helpful though. I mean, you talk with them about like if you're confused about something about like how to do better videos, and they're basically like various YouTubers, small time, that basically just help each other out. So
Yeah.
big shout out to them. They helped out with my channel.
I mean, I would. Yeah. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, those guys basically helped out with my channel with the channel art and stuff. So I gotta thank them for that.
This is really cool. Yeah, I mean, I would go in there and help other people out, but I don't know. I just don't have time.
It's cool, man. Oh right, another game that they revealed, Life is Strange Before the Storm. The sequel for the first game, which is actually free right now on PlayStation.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Life of Strange personally.
Yeah,
my kitty cat. What's going on, boy? Meow. Meow.
Yeah, I never got into it. I don't know.
I mean, I saw a Let's Play of it. It seems pretty cool. Oh yeah, Black Desert Online, a MMO that was on the PC, is being ported over to the Xbox One. Why is there no freaking PS4 version? I will never understand. I saw like a character creation of it. It looks gorgeous. Then there's also Sea of Thieves, that pirate game from Microsoft. It looks fun. And speaking of, Sony actually announced Sony announced a pirate game of their own called Skull and Bones.
Is this gonna be like Infamous and Prototype? Those are released.
It might seem like it, but like the big difference, I guess, between Sea of Thieves and Skull and Bones is in Sea of Thieves, your entire crew is like you and 4 other players. In Skull and Bones, it's you captain a ship, but you can join other players who also have their own ships, and basically sail around, kick butt, steal loot, all that stuff. The ultimate pirate adventure with friends.
Get back.
There's also Agents of Mayhem that was announced by Deep Silver, which apparently if you pre-order you get access to Johnny Gat as a pre-order character.
Ooh.
Yeah, admittedly that actually looks pretty cool.
Sign me up. I want to buy 2 copies.
What are you gonna get the second copy to?
His cat.
Oh, just to support them, but I don't. Yeah, I don't even have money to buy the first one, but if I could, I would buy 2 of them because that game does look really cool.
Yeah, I think they made Seoul into Johnny Gat's hometown, I think. Oh yeah, it is. It's a futuristic version of Seoul, South Korea.
Oh, Johnny Gat's Korean? I never knew what ethnicity. I knew he was Asian, but from what Asian region?
Yeah, apparently you can play as 12 different agents. You can choose 3 of them to complete missions. There's Fortuna, a Colombian former sky pirate, Hardtack, U.S. Navy Chief Petty Officer, Hollywood actor and proclaimed face of mayhem, Hollywood, an actor and self-proclaimed face of mayhem, Rama, an Indian immunologist, and Pierce Washington, who, after driving Legion out of Stillwater, joined Mayhem under the alias Kingpin. Wait, Pierce? From Saints Row 1? Oh. Cool.
I wonder how... Wasn't there a new Saints Row game being made?
Nah, I think Get Out of Hell was the last one.
Oh, damn.
Also,
this would somehow fit into that canon. Oh well.
well, the end of Get Out of Hell basic. Oh wait, this actually is a spin-off of the Saints Row series, taking place after the Recreate Earth ending in Saints Row 4 expansion Get Out of Hell.
Spoilers. All right. No, I finished that game.
Oh my god, they actually did it. They literally just chose to basically recreate Earth ending from Saints Row. Hang on.
So this is a new Earth after the whole.
Yeah, there's
I
apparently.
want to
four
go to
different-
South Korea.
Thank you very much, Logan, for that.
Oh my!
input.
Wait a minute. Now I remember.
What?
There's like 4 different endings, but the one ending basically where Johnny chooses to retcon the entire Saints Row timeline, Saints Row universe, is how Agents of Mayhem begins.
Oh, okay. So that makes. I was
That
thinking.
actually, like, yeah, that makes sense. Apparently, the organization is called Mayhem, multinational agency hunting evil masterminds, founded
So-
by Persephone Brimstone, character first seen in Get Out of Hell.
So it's Shield. Well,
Yeah, founded by Get Out of Hell and funded by the Ultra Corporation,
Hmm.
and apparently merged with the Saints. Okay, and actually, Mayhem's the good guys. They're trying to stop a supervillain organization called Legion, the League of Evil Gentlemen intent on obliterating nations.
To think this started as some poorly made GTA clone, and it just exploded into this amazing series. Just insanity. I love it.
They better include Johnny Gat. They better include the Johnny Gat pre-order as a DLC, free add-on. God help me. There's also Kingdom Come Deliverance that was announced. It's basically like Skyrim, but without the magic. A more realistic version of Skyrim, a more realistic medieval time period, set during a time period. Oh, it's set in the medieval kingdom of Bohemia, an imperial state in the Holy Roman Empire. That is focusing on the historical accuracy of that time period. I saw a bit of gameplay for it, and I'm fairly interested in this. Looks fun.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
It's coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. ARMS.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about ARMS.
Uh-huh.
Also, Quick Champion. Also, The Evil Within 2.
I barely even looked at the first Evil Within. I maybe
Same
watched
here.
the playthrough. It looked okay. It just looked like pretty much the same thing, like Resident Evil. And...
Yeah. Quick Champion seems like a good game. I mean, they added BJ Blazkowicz in it. I'm like, did not see that coming. What else? I was gonna. I guess.
Hey,
Huh?
get back!
Oh.
Don't do that.
Uh.
What are you doing?
What were you saying, Mark? Mark Wahlberg?
Oh yeah, Anthem.
Oh yeah, Anthem.
The game that EA was revealed. I was actually wondering what game did they also reveal besides sports and Star Wars and A Way Out, and I was like, Anthem, which is basically, actually it's cross console with PC, PS4, and Xbox One, but I think this is basically Microsoft revealed the rest of it, and it's like their answer to Destiny, as people called it. I'm like, they even have loot drops. I'm like, yep. We all know this is basically their attempt at Destiny, but I will admit it looks cool. So I mean, it looks cool. I might try it out. Let's hope they don't screw it up because this is EA.
Yeah. You know, EA.
Oh yeah, the Devolver Digital Conference, which was mostly just a giant Adult Swim skit. I'm gonna admit that was that's hilarious.
Actually,
That was like hilarious because like I saw bits of it from Jimquisition, and he was like, one of the things is, one of the commentators was basically like, just shut up and give us your money, and they were basically satiring and making fun of the gaming culture right now.
Yeah, didn't they do that before? Like with Reggie, and it was like Robot Chicken. It was like stop animation, and Reggie was like talking about, or no, one of the audience members was like, "Oh, you're gonna release Earthbound or something, some other obscure game." It was like he like ate a fire flower and then threw it at the guy who asked the question. Really weird.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was just hilarious, man.
Yeah, Nintendo, as much as I don't like a lot of their business practices. Okay. As much as I don't like their business practices, I like their presentations. And we all know what we're talking, or what I'm talking about. Well, I guess Mark and I probably remember it. But Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess at E3.
Whose business practices?
Nintendo.
Who? What happened?
I was
We're
just saying
talking about Nintendo's business practices.
how I don't like them, but I like their presentation at E3. They have a lot of flair. It's very fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, Twilight Princess at E3. That was the last time I got really hyped for a game, I think. I know I mentioned this before, but I don't know. It's just amazing. It was one of those things that you'll never be able to emulate ever. I guess I was just at that age where I still had hope. as messed up as that sounds.
I guess there's also the fact that they were showing a lot of Skyrim.
Yeah.
Because you know the Skyrim VR,
Yeah. Fallout VR.
Skyrim Switch,
Oh yeah.
and like everyone was freaking out because you put a Link amiibo and you get Link's outfit from Breath of the Wild, and like people were making jokes like Link and Skyrim, realistic. I mean Zelda realistic. Oh man, I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be insane. Oh right, there was also Valkyria Revolution that was released. I mean, that was revealed.
Oh
Which
yeah.
is it's considered a spin-off and separate from the main series, but that's like it's basically set in like an industrial revolution, but using Ragnite instead of all the other stuff. But I'm like, okay, cool. I like the Valkyria series. I played a bit of Valkyria Chronicles Remastered.
I
And
actually haven't played those. I heard they're good though.
yeah, I like the music though. It's very beautiful. Especially since Valkyria Revolution is doing away with the turn-based thing in favor of a more action real-time combat. I gotta admit it. I mean, it's got my attention. Oh, Tropico 6. From what they showed a release trailer for, and it's gonna be in 2018, and I love that trailer because it poked fun at the whole thing with Trump, how like when the president is making his speech, like beforehand it showed the president on Twitter. He's like, well, time to start fixing this mess. And he just goes into the balcony and he's like starts talking about how he's gonna change Tropico. Like instead of walls, we will build bridges. And it shows bridges connecting to all the other islands.
So it's like reverse Trump from another universe. He's a good guy and everyone loves him.
Well, El Presidente just made fun of Trump, but it's fairly interesting how this is gonna go, especially with the bridge thing, because normally, whenever you play a Tropico series, you start on a different island and they're not all interconnected. But if what that trailer showed is true, they're going to be showing. I think the bridges are actually going to be things like you build a bridge from one island to another, you can build on that other island, then do the same thing until like you have all the islands interconnected with each other. I'm like, yes, yes. I'm going to be very excited if that's the case. When is it coming out? Oh, yeah, it's coming out on PS4 too. Let's hope they don't overload it with DLCs like the others.
Yeah, let's hope not.
They also showed off Fire Emblem Warriors. I gotta admit, it looks like a fun warrior game. with Fire Emblem characters. I'm like, okay, Chrom, considering he wasn't in Smash, gets his own game. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's also Xander, Corrin. They better add Roy. They better add Roy. I really
Okay.
hope.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Speaking of Fire Emblem, I mean, with how they remade Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia and stuff, I'm like, okay. I actually wonder, could they also go back to remaking some of the other games, like the Fire Emblem Binding Blade, the one that Roy starred in? Please, because the only game that the original Fire Emblem game that came was basically the ones that was about Roy's dad,
Mm-hmm.
and that was basically how it happened. Because like, literally, I'm just curious, like, if they remade Fire Emblem, if they could remake Fire Emblem Echoes from the full-on remake of Fire Emblem Gaiden, I'm wondering, can they actually do that for like Fire Emblem Binding Blade? I mean, that would really be helpful because it would bring Roy into the cast, like popularize Eleb and that continent, and really flesh out the stories. I mean, they already have their own tactician character in that game. Well, actually, in the first Fire Emblem, and like the sequel, which is Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
They already have their own tactician they introduced, and I'm like, okay, do something like that and have him be in Binding Blade as like another tactician that helps out Roy. I'm good. That would be amazing. Have him like, instead of being named Mark, I'm gonna keep that name for canon reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like have like the ability to rename him. That'd be interesting and pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just update the graphics to be like what's going like awakenings. Add the whole keep the pairing systems and stuff, like see where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, like, if they could do that for Fire Emblem Binding Blade, I'm like, yes, go for it, and we're good.
Is he gonna kill him?
Okay, well, my hope for E3, or my, like, one thing that I would like to see a game company release would be maybe bring back F-Zero, maybe make it open world, I don't know. Just get crazy. Since they did it with Breath of the Wild, why not try it with, I don't know, something like that? Because that, they have all these crazy worlds and stages in F-Zero, but I think like having an actual story based around them with the different characters and to like flesh it out more, I think that would work. Have Captain Falcon just driving around the Blue Falcon.
I think we're all waiting for that.
Yeah. That'd be awesome, though. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly like GTA, but, just do something cool with that. But would Captain Falcon have all his, like, powers? Would he be able to, like, punch people, make them explode? And all that kind of stuff? Or would he just be, like, a regular guy? I would just have him
just
as
a racer.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, if they found some like way to explain it. Like, I don't know, he has augmentations. He's like Adam Jensen. Sure, why not? He's a robot man. Yeah. You guys wanna continue, or you guys done? Because Logan's kind of watching Better Call Saul, and I don't know how long that's gonna be. We're already an hour in.
I never saw that series. Is it good?
Yes, Logan.
Yeah. Do both at the same time, sort of. I can do both at the same time, sort of.
Yeah, okay. We were just talking about.
But it's like, this is Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, I'm just really invested in what's going on, or else I wouldn't have watched it, like, as the podcast was going in the first place, because that would have been really problematic. But I've been sort of hearing what you're saying and sort of not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess really there is one thing. BioWare announced that there is an Dragon Age game being made. Not really discussing it, but I mean, there's one thing. I mean, I know this isn't about E3, but there's one thing I wanted to discuss, and that was the whole Andromeda thing, like how Ubisoft, and not Ubisoft, BioWare,
Mm-hmm.
the guys who made Andromeda, like this team got downsized, and like the Mass Effect series is on hold.
Oh, jeez.
I'm kind of, yeah, I heard
Killed off Mass Effect. Thanks, BioWare. Shit, I dropped my iPod. Thanks, BioWare, for that too. I almost broke my iPod. I'm so angry, disgusted at your business practices. I dropped my iPod. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know what was up with Andromeda. I think they just, from what I heard, they didn't have like their A team. They had like kind of their like some of the other developers that were like in at BioWare, but they weren't like the main people who worked on Mass Effect. Had them like work on that, and it shows. It looks really cheap. Like it was made by people who, this is their first actual game, like actual project they're working on. I mean, aside from the actual look of the characters, I heard the gameplay wasn't that good either. The story was kind of meh. But I don't know for sure. I've never played it.
Really, I played a little bit of it. I stopped playing and retreated it in because it wasn't all that good. All the hype I heard about it and negative controversy just kind of took my fun out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But really, Andromeda was ambitious, but they should have had more time, and the development process for it was just crazy.
Yeah.
Like delays, layoffs, half the team leaving, they barely have like time to put in mechanics, people working around the clock. It was nuts.
Yeah. I know a lot of people, and including my girlfriend, were like comparing it to that old Donkey Kong Country show, that 3D one.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying the animations looked something out of
Oh,
that.
I love that show.
Yep.
I love that show.
Yeah, it was different. I like the music. I'll say that. I really like the music in that show.
It is good.
I hope someone models.
What I loved about
characters.
this show was the animation.
Oh yeah, it was. I don't know. It wasn't bad, but it had a charm to it that you don't get from a lot of modern 3D and CGI, where they're just trying to be hyper realistic.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like you're inside of a video game or a computer.
Yeah, like Reboot.
Reboot.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things that made the show great. Besides everything else, was it like actually looks like a video game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I will admit, I had a lot of fun. Some of the songs were good too. Now, whenever I hear songs in shows, I just tone it out.
Yeah.
Depends really on the songs.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, depends on the songs. I mean, like, as long as it does like that, it'd be like fairly interesting.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of a song from a show that I really liked recently. Nothing really comes to mind though. Logan? Comment? I don't know.
On what? On what?
Unlike music and TV shows and movies and animated cartoons. Like
Oh, well,
anything
it's a commercial now,
Oh, okay.
so I can talk about the first real emotional moment with Saul's brother and like a thing. So I was not at all in the game in terms of podcasting.
Oh, no, it's cool.
We're
just
like as for shows with good soundtracks, Metalocalypse that had a great soundtrack.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The most metal one.
Yes. I wish Trench was here so we can do his impersonations.
Where is he?
I guess
anyway?
other than that, if I don't know, he's been gone. I don't know if he's just busy.
Yeah, it's probably just that.
Is he on what? No, he's offline, so I don't know. But like, if we were to go into the realms of anime, like anything Yoko Kanno did the soundtrack for, because Yoko Kanno soundtracks are godly. Cowboy Bebop, what is it? Haibane Renmei. I don't know if she did Lane. Good shows. She did good shows. So, any show that she did, because she's done like hundreds of soundtracks. The Dot Hack soundtrack, like that's really good. But if I was to talk about anime soundtracks, I'd be here all day. There's too many of them. Initial
There's
D.
so many great ones.
Oh yeah, Initial D. It's one of the few animes my older brother actually likes. Yeah, he wishes he was.
Let me
here.
think here. Yeah, I know my dad really likes Initial D, and so does my brother.
Yeah, I like the CG for the cars. It was so cheesy.
I'm still waiting for my dad to teach me how to work on cars, because he always makes it look so cool.
Yeah, I know barely anything
But I
about
guess
cars.
that's a bit off topic.
Oh no, it's cool.
Yeah. Like he puppy. No.
All right. Well, I guess we can go back.
Yeah.
on
Sorry
topic.
about that. My dogs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my dogs are acting up.
That's cool.
But like, I think fixing cars is really cool. But like, hey, be good. I think fixing cars is really cool, but like the cars themselves are so boring.
Yeah, I don't know. There's only like a few car designs I actually like. But, you know, that's for another day, I guess. We can talk about that. Okay, yeah.
Do a car cast? We're gonna... I don't know, maybe we could just do you and me for that one. I don't know if anyone else, besides maybe Kamazar, would have anything to say about cars.
That's true. I know kind of a little bit about cars, mainly from my older brother, but that would be fun to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I know about cars is the interior. You know, I only know about what's inside. Like, I don't care at all about models or anything like that. I just really love the machinery. And even then, I don't know, like, very much about that at all. I just know a little bit, and I'm waiting for my dad to teach me how to fix things in them. Because he's very, very knowledgeable about fixing cars.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but this is a video game show. Top 10 racing games. Gran Turismo is one of the best games of all time. Like Gran Turismo A-Spec, the fourth one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like the fourth game is just so good. Like I know a lot of people love the game on the PS3, but I think the PS2 one, fourth game, probably like probably the best entry point in the series. And plus, it's got so much technical ability behind it. It's one of the few games on the PS2 that can actually do like 1080i.
Never knew that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there was only a handful of games that could go up that far of resolution, and the other one was some kind of motorcycle game that was made by the same guy who made Gran Turismo.
That's cool.
I'm like way into resolutions and stuff. I don't know why.
Yeah, you don't take me as a...
When it comes to older.
You don't come off as a graphics horror kind of person who obsesses about the, I don't know, picture quality. I don't really either, but I still appreciate a game that looks really nice.
Yeah, like it's I don't care about it in new games. I just care about the quality, like how far a CRT can go. That's what I care about.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to look at it.
Like the what's it called? The Sony Trinitron, like the late models where I think 2006 was the last Trinitron that came out, and it was the black one, and it was real big, real heavy, but it went up to like 1080i, you know? So it's got the depth of being a CRT, but it's also got the beautiful quality of being an HD TV, and it's got, you know, all these great HDMI ports and component cables and stuff. So that's like my dream TV to have. And I have a feeling Gran Turismo 4, one of my favorite games of all time, it would absolutely look beautiful on that TV. It's like that TV was made for the PS2 and for, you know, playing Sega Master System games on like RGB SCART and higher resolution and stuff.
Yeah.
I can.
Oh,
You go
okay.
first.
I'm like a big CRT guy. What were you saying, Mark?
I was gonna be like CRT. Like, what the hell's that?
It's a cathode ray tube.
It's the you know how you have the flat TVs and then you have the big giant TVs.
Yeah, and then there's the CRTs, which are like just old TVs from like the 80s and 90s.
Which they went on until the early 2000s, until like 2006 when they kind of died off, and then it was only like really cheap ones being made from then on.
Yeah, I still like VHS. I found like so many cool VHS.
Yeah, so
games.
do I. I love VHS. There's so much that like hasn't even come out on DVD that's on VHS that were just little blockbuster movies that you'd rent and didn't even come out in theaters and most people forgot about. There's so many of those just laying around for like pennies.
Yeah, I saw I think it was either at Goodwill or one of my local thrift shops. There was this you know, like back in the day, I don't know if this is going too old for certain people, but they still have these now. It's like those kiosks at electronics stores and like electronics departments in different places, where it's basically just for a game or something, and they'll like have this like trailer playing for it, and they'll have like some person talking about, and the graphics are 64-bit, and you know, they're just like explaining the game. I found one of those for like for Star Fox 64, and I think for Mario 64. It was like they weren't like for commercial use. You would just like I guess stores would buy these and then they would like play them like in the electronics department.
Yeah.
It was really awesome. I should have bought it, but I don't know what use would I have for like just like however long promo videos for different games that you can probably find online. But just to have that would be cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it would be. I saw the Pokemon one, the Pokemon N64, with the little TV that it's attached to in the kiosk, in a thrift store at one point, and it was for like $50, I want to say.
Oh.
But I don't know if it wasn't turned on, it wasn't plugged in, so I don't even know if it worked. And I didn't have very much money. My parents didn't have very much money, and like that was too big to put in the car. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna buy some Ren and Stimpy comics and forget about it. But that's probably like worth the amount of money, but I don't really care.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be able to keep anything like that in my house. No room.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I feel you, man. I have no room in my house for anything by this point. Like all of the space that I put video game consoles, it's all decked out, you know. Even on top of my TV, I got my dad's old ColecoVision on top there.
Cool.
So like, yeah, my room is very small. But are you in like an apartment or something?
Not anymore.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm a minor, so I just have like the one room, so I have to be very conservative about what I do with my space.
Mm-hmm.
I know how you feel. I'm mostly in my brother's room right now. Technically, it's my room since he left.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. What was the topic again? We got
E3.
so far off track talking about VHS
E3
and
and,
talking
like,
about
stuff.
televisions.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about E3? Reaching the 2 hour mark. Near 2 hours.
What did you guys think of it?
At one point, I had the PlayStation E3, like the 1995 one when they were first unveiling the PlayStation. I used to have that taped on a VHS, and I'd watch it over and over again.
Oh,
I
dang.
think like one of the things was when Microsoft did their E3 conference and they announced the price for it being $500. Like I think it was it for the 360, the original Xbox, and when Sony did it, the CEO guy just came up, uncurled like a letter, and just basically said $299, and just walked off. That was like the most epic drop the mic ever. You should
there was like this
just
whole,
take it and be like $299, drop the mic.
there's this whole
Walk
like
off.
sensibilities and or just this whole flair about the old E3. Like it felt natural. I don't know. Maybe I'm just jaded.
There is actually some thing about how EA basically was like doing this whole grandstanding thing, and many called their conference the most cringeworthy, and Microsoft wouldn't shut up about 4K resolution and stuff, and everyone else just like got straight to the point.
I remember, I think it was Video Game Donkey who like edited.
But 4K resolution.
Yeah, he just like edited the entire E3 conference, or was it Microsoft conference for E3? It was like how they were talking about 4K, and he just edited just every time the guy said 4K, and at one point I think he said 911, so he just edited that a bunch of times, him saying 911.
What?
Hold on, I'm gonna send it to you guys.
4K, 911, 4K, 911, 60 frames per second.
7/3, 4K, 60 frames per second. The most powerful console ever made.
Blowing up like the World Trade.
Oh god.
It's a Biggie Small.
Oh yeah.
lyrics. I wasn't trying to be inflammatory. It was-
Yeah, I haven't listened to a lot of those.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Yes, sir. I think my boss referenced that once. Oh god.
You know that.
Between you're getting old.
Sorry about that.
No, that's
I got
cool.
it. Yeah.
So yeah, old E3 was awesome. You know, all the memes that were just birthed from that were ridiculous. Ridge
Center's like-
Racer!
Uh,
Giant enemy crab. What game was that from? It was like some game about Japanese folklore. But the guy was like, it's this game about Japanese history. And there's this giant enemy crab. Because, you know, enemy crabs, just giant crabs are roaming the plains of Japan. Hunting down all the
Onimusha.
lollies.
Oh my god, I hope they make a sequel to Onimusha. I want to see a
The
sequel.
first Onimusha game sucked.
I haven't played any of the Onimusha games, actually. I remember playing... I played Dynasty Warriors, not Onimusha.
I played all three of them. Four, technically.
Dynasty Warriors is really good. I love Dynasty Warriors and I love Onimusha, but the first game has a lot of problems. Like, you have to watch all the cutscenes when you die, and you're gonna die a lot.
I hate that in games.
Yeah, I like three though,
Yeah,
because
and
I mean, I like three because of the whole, you know.
oh yeah, 3
Place-
is really good.
Yeah, you get to play Semonosuke, but also Jacques.
Yeah,
First Western Onimusha.
yeah.
Hmm.
I agree. Then there's Samurai Western, that other game.
Yes! That game was... oh. That needs an HD remake.
Onimusha needs an
yes,
HD
it
remake.
does. That's like I agree. Like, that's one of those games where it was so obscure that if people saw it now, that would make me really happy.
Actually, there is also the game I've recently been playing a lot lately is called Nio.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Nino?
Nio. It's loosely based off of the
Oh, okay. Oh, like the Nile?
no
Like
Nio.
Egypt?
No,
Oh,
Nio.
okay,
Nioh. It's loose. It's based off of
Okay,
fictionalized version of of like historical characters like William Adams being the main protagonist. And there's the fact that he has to go to Japan to rescue his friends who was a guardian spirit. One of the mechanics of this game is involving this spirit stone called Amrita, which can enhance a person, but if corrupted can turn them into a monster or a yokai. Anyway, there's these guardian spirits who are creatures born, I guess from natural, like some of them are like the natural elements of the world, like, and others are like based on like mythical creatures and stuff, like Suzaku and the four Chinese creatures from the cardinal directions are in this.
Zodiac, I think. Or
Yeah.
no, wait. Isn't there something else? Like it's like dragon, turtle, and some I don't know.
Yeah, Seiryu, Genbu, Suzaku, and Byakko.
Yeah, I remember that because Killer 7 had a puzzle based on
Yeah,
that.
and basically, Shirsu or Ceres, as it's said, is a Welsh guardian spirit of Williams, and he has to go to Japan to get her back from this bad guy called Edward Kelly, based off of an English alchemist. Only in this game, Kelly's evil, younger, and has tattoos.
Of course, they do that with every like weird European guy. Like for Rasputin and in one of those, what was that game? Shadow Hearts. He was like this weird magician guy.
Well, Rasputin actually was a court mage, I think, for the Romanovs.
Yeah,
would kinda-
but
Yeah,
he
they
wasn't
kind of
evil. He was just some weird guy who like
Yeah.
had sex with prostitutes, even though he was like a priest or something.
weird. But and you basically have to go to Japan during the Warring States period between Mitsunari Ishida and Tokugawa Ieyasu,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm loving it so far. And it's actually showing like some like guardian spirits aside, since everyone has their own guardian spirits. Like Ieyasu's got Tanuki, and you can get more from other people, from other like famous people like Tachibana Muneshige. He's got a Raiken, which is like a dog that is a lightning dog.
Oh, a Raijin.
Yeah, Raiken. That's what it's
Raiken.
called.
Oh.
And they call it a Raiken, but it's known as a Raijin. But I guess you can call it a Raijin. And there's also the fact that that true to life, there's in fact an African samurai you fight named Yasuke.
Hold on. Let's look that up.
Look it up because because I think true to life there was an African samurai.
What's his name again?
Yasuke. Yasuke.
Huh. Well, don't that beat all?
Told you. He served under Nobunaga. He was brought to, according to the game, he was brought by a Christian Italian missionary as a slave, but Nobunaga freed him after seeing him in person.
Hey, that's pretty good.
He's very loyal to him, but loyal to Nobunaga, but he couldn't save him from dying at Henochi Temple. And there's also the character Tenkai, a Omion mage. Omion is basically your magic in Nioh. You can just, buff up your weapon with elemental abilities or kick butt, like slow down the enemy, weaken them, kick their ass, which is what I do. And it turns out Tenkai is known as Mitsuhide Akechi. And when I thought about Akechi, I'm like, I wonder if Samanosuke Akechi from Onimusha had any relation to him. Or maybe be a stand-in for Mitsuhide.
Okay, well, yeah, we went really off
topic. It's a fun game.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be excited for the other two expansions. But going back to E3, I know that they showed off Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Oh, is that
Yeah, the Castlevania game.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm
I hope it's better than Mighty Number 9.
I am really excited for
that. I don't know.
Well, anything's better than Mighty Number 9.
Yeah.
I think me and Kitty Sapphire
oh yeah, you had that little
their 9 debate podcast.
Yeah, that was interesting. Some devil's advocacy for that game.
It was really interesting. More like not good game.
I don't know. I wanted to like it, but yeah.
The Wii U version was just so bad.
At least we got 20XX. It's kind of like Mighty Number 9. It's on Steam. It's pretty fun.
I don't think Mighty Number 9 was that bad, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah. It just looked unfinished. That's my problem with it. It looked like the beta. Like they just released that. It was like, here you go, guys. We're done.
And whatever happened to Red Ash? Whatever happened to the cartoon?
Yeah.
They had to can those, I think.
Why? They had all this money.
They put all their eggs in too many baskets. Like, they should have just focused on Mighty Number 9, the cartoon for that, maybe. But first the game, and then if that's successful, then you can do all this crazy stuff. But they spread themselves a bit too thin, or too far.
Well, like, in anime, it takes, like, what is it, $300,000 an episode? How? How would they finance a show for it?
Get A1 Productions. They'll take anything.
Would be.
Of course. Of course.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Sword Art Online was... Oh, what happened?
I'm just on this, like, one of those fandom wikis. I was looking up this character that Mark was talking about, and this freaking ad, I think it was for Transformers in the Last Night, came up. Ugh. Thanks, Michael Bay.
Well, I'm kind of glad that that's going to be finished.
I know Trench was weary about the new Transformers movie because he was like, he said on Facebook that he hates reviewers and that he said that, but he's gonna look up reviews for the new Transformers movie because he doesn't want to get tricked like he did for the last one.
Oh. Yeah.
The Transformers movies are taking innocent people.
It's right there. Just stealing away all their hard-earned money to watch. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna watch something with style or with just style, no substance, I don't know. Watch something from Gainax or Madhouse. Oh.
I don't know. Gainax has a lot of substance. You think about Tengen Toppa and Lagan, like that show, there's a lot of things being said in that show emotionally.
Hey, Commissar.
Yeah, what's up? We're just, I don't know. We're just kind of rambling now. How you doing?
Good. Burning in a desert at night, so that's a fun thing.
Yeah. We were just talking about E3 and a bunch of other stuff. I don't know. We're kind of winding down a bit.
Well, we're mostly talking about E3 and a lot of stuff, like our thoughts about all the new games coming out.
So what is everyone excited for to come out?
Shadow of the Colossus, Beyond Good and Evil 2 for me. Well, my list at least is Shadow of the Colossus, Beyond Good and Evil 2, Destiny 2, a little bit of Call of Duty World War 2, Anthem, Metro Prime 4, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga Remake, Valkyria Revolution, a bunch of other stuff that Detroit Become Human, and a bunch of other games.
Me, Moss, Absolver, Beyond Good and Evil 2, like Mark said, and that's kind of about it. Oh yeah, Far Cry 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, last time you heard my excitement of Far Cry 5, that's still living up. And I'm excited for the Shadow of Colossus too.
Oh yeah.
Ready to cry over another dead horse or something like that.
Uh-huh. No, it's gonna be a remake. It's not gonna be like a sequel or anything like that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's just gonna be like for the PS4, I think. Like it's gonna be all in HD and everything. It's just to show off the PS4, basically. That's all they're doing, Sony. Flexing their muscles.
And why the hell is it titled Shadow of the Colossus 2 then?
Wait, what?
Mhm.
Where'd you read that? I didn't see anything about it.
Titled as Shadow of Colossus 2. Of course, I may have taken a heavy blow to the head that may be confusing that with something else. Then.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about a sequel, just a remake, but who knows? Maybe.
I'm really.
By the way,
It really looks gorgeous, though.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of pointless though, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be all right. So,
I mean, Beyond Good and Evil 2, I'm glad that's finally coming out.
yeah, it looks pretty.
Even if,
I just wish it was a sequel though, but it's fine.
yeah, I mean, the fact it's a prequel and at least gives us more backstory as to what happened with Jade's parents, like, and a bit more about Paige too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. Anything else? Nintendo. That Rayman, or not Rayman. The Raving Rabbids game with Mario. It's basically
that looks-
XCOM, but with Mario and the rabbits for some reason. Like they
And
could have
one of
Gino and Mallow in there. Come on,
All the
Squaresoft.
Nintendo characters form an XCOM team to wipe out the rabbits.
I wish. But that would have been awesome to have like some of the Squaresoft like Super Mario RPG characters in there, because that would have fit like Gino. He has a gun arm, so just have him in there.
Especially given the fact that one of the characters is actually named Rabbit Luigi.
Oh,
After-
like that one guy
Yep.
on YouTube. Oh god. I don't know. It looks good though. Like there's destructible environments. And like it looks like a legitimately good tactical RPG. It's like this silly little Mario game. I might have to get a Switch.
I'm waiting until the Switch is like.
Yeah, until it like.
I'm waiting until the Switch is like $50.
You're gonna be 30 when that, or no, you're gonna be like 60, because those Nintendo consoles like they hold in value. So you're gonna be.
No,
freaking
just
old.
hit every pawn shop that you can find.
Yeah, you're bound to find one person who just like wandered off.
Well, I gotta go.
All right, see ya, Com.
Alright.
Later.
Okay, you guys want to end it off here?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, last point I have to make is that E3 was just really boring, and I'm not hyped for any of the games coming out.
All right, Mark, your last final thought.
Really excited to see the new games. I hope we get to see more gameplay of Beyond Good and Evil 2 other than that trailer, because I'm curious to see where it goes. And, well, I hope that many of the games that were announced are, good. And, hopefully come out. Also, I hope for a Spyro remake if the Crash one does well.
Yeah, and I'm DC Dog, and I don't know. I don't have anything snappy or funny to say. There's a giant enemy horse-like dog creature.
I'm Outlaw.
There, sure. Why not? Go ahead, Logan.
I'm Outlawharvest, and Barnstorming is the game you should be playing instead of watching E3. Barnstorming is a legitimately good game.
It's an Atari game?
Yeah, it's a good game.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll see Atari at E3 maybe one day. We'll be back, baby.
I think Atari's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope. So.
Unfortunately. Oh,
Yes, sadly. Oh, what?
Oh my
God. Dixon
god.
dabbing.
Someone
Calm.
die?
It's worse. It's like an anime version of Richard Nixon dabbing. Well, I know the thumbnail
Where
for this
did
video.
this come from?
Okay, yeah, let's end this off here. See you guys. I don't know how we can top that.
Yeah. You know, I was watching 100% Pascal Sensei the other day, and the way it portrayed Americans, like versus Japanese, like people who are all about like they wearing like a American flag or something. It's so funny to see how Japanese people see us in anime. Like they're always wearing a cowboy hat. They're always way obsessed with guns.
Well, that's true. Okay. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, all of that is totally accurate of the United States.
Okay, well, goodbye, my cowboys.
See you later, space cowboy.
Goodbye. Oh, snap.
I went there.
Okay, see ya.